Hello again, guys. We are back again with the Ultimate Racing League's League 4 drivers. This is the third and final race from round 2 of the Ultimate Racing League's Btcc replica championship with, as I said, the League 4 drivers. This is a reverse grid as always, so we'll have a look at the grid. Kebabmans will line up on pole. We've got Big Mac second place, Angry is in third place, Max fourth, Declan is fifth, Derview sixth, Banksy seventh, Aussie is in eighth, Dan Bailey ninth, Mikey is 10th, Callum in 11th, and Kennedy bringing up the rear in 12th. So without further ado, shall we see if these reverse grids throw up any shenanigans? Be rude not to, wouldn't it? So the lights around the klaxon sounded, they are off. Everybody getting quite a good getaway there. The two M4s actually looking really strong off the start. Dan Bailey looking like he's getting edged out by that Huracan. That Huracan is defending very aggressively against him. Kebabman's going a little bit deep through turn 1. He's going to keep that first place for the meantime though. Max is up to second place. He's got his teammate Angry behind him in third. Another Huracan, I think it's Declan, going for a move up the inside of Derview there. I'm not sure if there was contact. I didn't see. I don't think there was actually. I think Declan managing to get through quite easily. So he is up to fourth place. And then we've got the two BMWs up ahead actually, having a bit of a squabble there. Max is in second place at the moment, but we've got three wide coming into the penultimate turn. That is going to end in tears surely. No, it doesn't. Declan actually manages to get a move done cleanly. He's up to second place. Look like Angry Man and Max actually kind of on the back foot a little bit through there, as Max has actually lost another place to Derview. Derview up to fourth place now. Aussie Rooster now on the attack against Max. We got Banksy there as well. I think Banksy is going to try and get through as well, and he has. Max dropping to seventh now. He's lost so many positions there. Max, what are you doing? So Max obviously still not very confident in these reverse grids. We need to try and give him some Viking pills or something, or some Dutch courage, I don't know. Oh, Declan manages to take the race lead. That was a great move there. Just set it up a couple of moves back. Kebabman's now trying to retake it, trying to come back on the inside. Declan looking strong in that Huracan though, as Angry Man is going to lose that position to Derview, is he? So Kebabman's trying to get back past. Declan not quite finding his way past at the moment. Will he get past in turn 1? We're going to have a quick rundown, aren't we? Because there is all sorts of shenanigans going on. Callum has moved up to fourth place now. They're almost three wide in the background there. Again, coming down into turn 1. Oh my God, that nearly ended in tears again, didn't it? So Callum now up to third place. Mikey trying to follow him. So he's Callum now trying to get onto the back of Kebabman's. We've got Angry Man trying to keep the rest of the pack behind him. Mikey trying to look up the inside. There was a bit of contact there, maybe a slight nudge. Can't do that too much, Mikey. If the stewards see it, they will say something about it. But he had a penalty to serve as well, so dropping down the order somewhat. Callum is now onto the back of Kebabman's. No, oh, I think this might be the first safety car. Is it going to go to safety car? I think that was more than one car off. But no, it looks like the guys at the front still racing. So perhaps it's not a safety car. And Callum moves up into second place. Kebabman's now dropping to third. It's unlucky Kebabman's. I thought he was going to be a lot stronger off of the reverse grid. Derview having a crack in third race. Up to fourth place currently. Mikey is there in fifth place. His teammate Aussie Rooster in sixth. Banksy is seventh. We've got Dan Bailey there in eighth. Max not far behind him in ninth place. And then we got Angry Man behind Max in 10th. Kenny D not managing to find his way through the field at all yet. He's down in 11th place. And then we got Big Mac bringing up the rear in 12th. I think them two guys must have been two of the guys that got caught up in that incident. Didn't quite see what happened there, did we? And I'm not entirely certain why he didn't go to safety car. Maybe because it was lap 3. Perhaps we need to revise the safety car only being called up to lap 2, because that has put a couple of the guys definitely on the back foot now. That's their races written off for sure. So Declan having an absolutely cracking one at the moment. He's found himself in the lead of the race. Hasn't got to defend against Callum just yet, although Callum is coming fast. So Kebabman still currently in third place, but he has got Derview and Mikey behind him. Mikey trying to get a move done on Derview up the inside into turn 1, and he does. He's got it to stick. Can Derview come back against him into turn 2? Looking like Mikey may be able to go for a move against Kebabman's at this rate, although he's picked up a penalty there. He's actually gone a little bit deep as well. Looking like he may have opened up the door to Derview, but he's got the inside for this one, so not quite that time round. But Derview will surely get through as Mikey serves that penalty. He's going to hold it for another lap though. Strangely. Actually got the inside for this penultimate turn, and he's managed to move back ahead. Derview looking up the inside into the final turn. Not that time round. And looking like up ahead, maybe Declan is having to go defensive now against Callum. I think Callum is onto the back of him. We'll have a look in just a second. Aussie is there in 6th, Banksy 7th, Dan Bailey 8th, Angryman 9th, Kenny D now up to 10th place, Max is down to 11th, and Big Mac is 12th. And yeah, I called it, didn't I? I thought I could see that happening, and Declan is now having to go defensive against Callum. I think Callum getting that move done. They're alongside now, but Callum has got the inside for the penultimate turn. As they come into it for the 8th time, or 7th time even, this will be the start of lap 8 once they cross the start-finish line. Declan having a look up the inside again, trying to get that, trying to retake that position. Callum just looking like he's got more pace in the car at the moment though. Kenny D actually with a fastest lap of 52.5. Callum's fastest at the moment. Oh, actually, so we'll say that again. Kenny D has got a 52.532. Callum's fastest lap is a 52.592. So 6 thousandths in it. And Callum's actually put in a best sector there. That's a purple sector. That's best out of anyone so far. So we'll stay on board with him as he finishes this lap and see if he manages to steal that fastest lap away again. And he does. 52.111. So Callum, fastest man on track at the moment, up into first place now. He's come all the way from the back of the field. Declan down to 2nd, but he's got a nice gap over Kebabman's, who's there in 3rd place still. Kebabman's doing really well to hold on to 3rd though. He's keeping them guys behind him, isn't he? Derview now under attack from both McLarens, Mikey and Aussie Rooster. Mikey is ahead of him, Aussie Rooster behind him. They're trying to turn him into a filling of that sandwich. And what filling do you think you would be, Derview? Chicken and bacon, ham and cheese? I like both combinations. Not gonna lie. Oh, Derview managed to get a move done, but then Mikey comes straight back again. Derview a little bit on the back foot there. He's going to lose that position to Aussie as well, is he? And he does. So Aussie moving up to 5th place as well. He's going to have to defend against Derview, isn't he? Into turn 1 though, surely. Oh, Derview not quite close enough to make a move up the inside. Will he be close enough into turn 2? No, not that time round. So only really 6 actual turns on this track as well. I just sat there and counted the corners on the track map on the top right. I think this is a slightly more aggressive tyre wear in this 3rd and final race as well as slightly more aggressive fuel consumption. Derview now dropping to 6th place, and it looks like Aussie actually onto the back of Mikey now. So, yeah. The front of the field are starting to close up a bit. Declan had a nice gap, didn't need to Kebabman's, but Kebabman's starting to catch him, and Mikey trying to go the long way round on... Oh my god. He tried to go the long way round on Kebabman's, it didn't pay off for him. He's still trying to have a look though. Kebabman's is going to have to make that Ferrari as wide as he possibly can. I think it's the 458 GR4 Ferrari. Obviously Mikey and Ozzy in the McLaren 650S. And it's looking like Mikey is well and firmly getting a toe down the straight. He's going to have a look up the inside now into turn 1. Is he going to be close enough? No, he's going to have to slot back in behind, is he? Yeah, he's not close enough to get it done. Kebabman's is going to keep that third place for the meantime. 10 minutes in now. 5 minutes left of this race. So we've got Callum, followed by Declan, Kebabman's third place, Mikey fourth, Aussie Rooster fifth. Derview still there in sixth place. Go on, Derview. This is an absolutely fantastic result for Derview. Like looking at Alsace Village, you had quite a few moments, didn't you, bud? So it's looking like he's finally found his feet in that Aston, in that Jaguar even, sorry. Maybe we're going to see some better things from him through the rest of the season. He's definitely showing it tonight though, isn't he? Up to 6th place currently. Banksy now on the back foot. He's now defending against Kenny D. He's in 7th currently, but he is going to lose that position, isn't he? Surely to Kenny D. Dan Bailey there as well. Dan Bailey making sure that Kenny D can't go up the inside. He has given him plenty of room though, so Kenny D actually choosing to sit behind Banksy. Dan Bailey moves up to 8th place, does he? No. Dan Bailey and Kenny D side by side as they come into turn 2. Kenny D is going to just edge ahead though. So Banksy holding on to that 7th place for a minute. Kenny D is there in 8th, and then Dan Bailey in 9th. So is Dan Bailey struggling this evening, or is he just trying to save them tyres for a late push? You never know. He started having a think, didn't he then? He started looking like he was having a think about going up the inside, but I think he knew he wasn't going to close the gap, so obviously being an intelligent driver, he didn't continue with that move and just slotted back in behind. Angry Man up to 10th, but some way off the back of Dan Bailey now. Big Mac, he's at no man's land, isn't he? I'm not sure what happened to Big Mac. As I say, I think him and I think it was Kenny D, but Kenny D's actually managed to make up a few positions, so not sure what happened to Big Mac. Maybe just having a few too many moments, maybe picking up a few too many penalties, and then Max all the way down in 12th place. I said Max looked confident, didn't I? He definitely did look confident, but I know the reverse grid is one of his least favourite formats. He does get a little bit shaken up by the other cars around him, not wanting to, you know, end up causing anyone any problems. He more often than not, he'll just pull over and let people pass him, which I tried to drill into him. Max, you need to be more aggressive with the defending, Max. You can do it. I know you've got it in you to do it. Just start defending more, bruv. Obviously not when it's a blue flag, though. So Callum comes round the final turn. He will be starting lap 16. As he comes across the start-finish line. And there you go, into turn 1 for the 16th time. In fact, should we have a quick on board? We'll have a quick on board with Callum, just for a lap, just to see how he takes the course. Does look like we may have a bit of weather approaching towards the end of this race. So you never know, that may change a few strategies, but I don't think so at this rate. We're nearly 14 minutes in now, so only a minute left to go. So yeah, not really too many hard braking zones. This one down to 4th. Just feathering the throttle, and then I think down to 3rd for this one, yeah. I'm trying to cut that apex on the inside, not taking too much of that apex. That will slap you with a penalty if you do. I mean, too much of that curb, and he does. He ends up with a penalty there. So this is really one of your only hard braking zones. Turn 1, hard on the brakes, down to third. A bit of a sketchy line there actually for Callum, so perhaps getting distracted by the lady wife. Down a second for this one. Trying to hug that curb on the inside, and then straight back over to this one. Keeping it in third, up to fourth. Probably would have got up to fifth, but going to have to serve that penalty, so he'll keep it in fourth, and then he'll be braking for this next turn. And I think this will be the final lap for Callum as well. And it is, so there we go. Callum, he's made it 2 out of 3. He wins this one. Mikey's surely going to take that second place. He's got a big enough gap, even if he picked up a penalty there, which he has. That'll be a second's worth of penalty, but he's going to hold on to that second place. Declan will take third. Having a couple of Aussie Rooster in there. Aussie Rooster fourth, Derview fifth. Kebabman sixth. Kenny D seventh. Banksy's eighth. Dan Bailey in ninth. Angry Man not close enough to capitalise off Dan Bailey's penalty. He's going to finish in 10th. Big Max going to bring it home in 11th, and then Max will finish in 12th. Well, that was the third and final race from League 4, guys. That was round 2 at Red Bull Short, and I will see you again same time next week. I've been your boy Vex. Good night.